man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
Y'all got y'all man's Errol Spence Jr., he said he got 2 or 3 more fights at the weight class. We already knew that. Said he could have retired after the car accident. And I got some news on Devin, Haney, and Garcia. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Cold day in Detroit. You know what it is. But I like the cold. It ain't too damn cold and snow. But, you got people say he going to move up fight Canelo. But he already said he going to move up when Jermell move up. So he going to 54, and my thing is, do what he do, Me personally, if I'm his team, I'm advising him to move up to 54 and then call out Crawford. But, he could do it as he please. He said he was so good he could have retired after the accident, and that's just him flaunting it, And personally, he should be grateful. He should be grateful that he's still fighting. He said, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Everybody say that shit. Look at Mike Tyson, 50-something years old. Vander, 50-something years old. Roy, 50-something years old, and they coming back. Every fighter is addicted to fighting and staying here. And my issue ain't no more if he don't want to fight Crawford. I just don't care no more. I'm vindicated each way. Everybody know he don't want that fight. Even his fanboys know. Oh, how you know that he did? Man, look here. Did I just tell you dudes that Canelo's fighting for the vacant belt? I know. His coach don't think he'll win. He don't think it ain't just Al Haymon. They said, man, we could beat him, Al Haymon. Al will make that fight. So what's the point of moving up? What's the point of signing with PBC if he's not gonna fight you? He's talking about Jerron Ennis, Ugas deserve. What Ugas deserve? After that last performance, you think Ugas deserve anything? Ugas don't even deserve a food stamp. He's had Sean Porter. Nobody want to see a Sean Porter rematch. What does it mean? Always keep you some money in your car, though, for sure. That's the number one thing. Always keep me a little change in the car. But, what does it mean? He want to do everything but fight Terence Crawford. And maybe it's just building up the fight. But he said he promised he going to fight everybody. Do what you please. If he go in there, he beat down Terence Crawford, they fight today, or they fight in 2028, 80,000, 83. Don't make no sense. He want to go on Twitter, oh, I got this, I did that. Nigga, that don't make you real, nigga. That don't make you a real fighter, that don't make you a real man. You coming back from the accident, that's cool. But shit, everything he doing is, at this point, I'll fight Sean Porter, I'll fight Ennis, I'll fight Ugas, I'll fight. Man, come on, only people want to see you fight. Honestly, anybody. It's Pacquiao, Thurman, and Crawford. Now he don't want to fight Thurman no more. So he down with the turn your cheek crew. I'm gonna turn my cheek away from Thurman, and and he down with that crew. Me personally, somebody been running and ducking for me for so long. And now he want to fight. I want to make a statement. I want to beat him down. But you got to remember, they don't build fighters like they used to. When Hector Camacho was fighting, that's when fighters was built good. Marvin Hagler, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Robinson, before him, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearn. That's when fighters was real. Like, he can never compare to them. You can never ante and build up. And whatever he do, he could beat Canelo. Nigga, he can't. He wouldn't amount, But if he fight Bud and beat him, you got to give him credit. Some people say, oh, he didn't look the same after the car accident. He looked better to me. His legs look better. He moving around, shuffling. His legs look better. He looked like he had a little bit more bounce in his step. But everybody got their own perspective on who look good and who don't look good. He looked better. You look at the Sean Porter fight, he looked like he was high. Like he was sleepy or some shit. But I don't care what he do. I'm down for him to fight Pacquiao. If he fight Pacquiao, I might show up. It's good for him. He fight Thurman, I still want to see that fight. Good for him. But he don't want to fight Thurman. He don't want to fight Crawford. After saying Crawford's name 1,000 times leading up to him moving up to his division, all of a sudden it's, no, don't, stop, nah, you know. But then again, like I said before, he got more room to grow. He moved up in unified 54, you know, people gonna forget about Crawford. He moved up, beat Canelo, people gonna forget about Crawford. But then again, he fight at 54 against he gonna get some L's, or he gonna get some gifts, cause you know he be beating down Charlo and sparring. I heard he be dropping them, doggy fucking him and all that shit. You know, he only can beat Charlo because Charlo is him. Charlo is the clone. He the Gemini man at Errol Spence. It's the truth. He a Gemini man. You know, he ain't he supposed to be better because he bigger, stronger. But then again, Charlo just got a small man's complex. I don't know if what's going on with him, but he was better fighting Ronnie. It was just if Ronnie Shields can get him to fight on the front foot a little bit better. Now he go and fight like Errol Spence. Like, legitimately, he could have lost his last 2 fights. He did lose the 3rd fight, but, you know, Rosario was hurting him. He ain't had no chin. Tony Harrison was out, he was beating him easy that fight. He got dropped. Stop. Charlo need a trainer that's going to put Jermell need a trainer that's going to put everything together for him. You know, of course, you know, Errol going to be beating on him because Errol know the style. You can't beat me if I already mastered the style that you ain't even mastered. But if you're talking about fighting Tony Harrison, Jason Rosario, Erickson Lubin, Brian Carlos Castanos, Patrick Teixeira, like, dude, you do notice that you're not going to have too many advantages there. Height, length. Like, he ain't going to be able to beat all of them convincingly. Talking about Fondora, and then also you got another 6'5" guy, Anthony Andre Darrell nephew or cousin, whoever he is, Leon Lawson III. J-Rock is a good fighter. Like, it depends. Now, he might grow up and he might be fantastic, but it was a reason that he started at 54 and came down. You know, I don't think, I had to let the car warm up. I don't think that, you know, I think Lion Killer Wright, he just called me too. Lion Killer Wright. Check out his channel, Lion Killer. He need to skip 54 and go to 60. You know, what you going to 54 for? Then they put some of them fighters on pay-per-view. That's the best division going in boxing, especially that PBC guy. They all fighting each other. I don't see no big fight at 54 like Terence Crawford. I don't see no fight at 60 for him like Terence Crawford. He damn sure ain't gonna fight Demetrius Andrade, and he supposed to be moving up to 68 pretty soon. You know, you talking about the guys that he probably can beat, maybe Lubin at this point. You know, like I said before, he had never encountered another fight while he at this stage and kind of at his athletic prime. He'll never find another fight like Terence Crawford. Never. He can fight Canelo, but then Canelo said, I ain't coming down to 60. I'm at 68. So he gonna go up to 68 and fight Canelo Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, so be it. He want to fight everybody but Terence Crawford, and we know what it is. I ain't mad. Follow the Floyd blueprint. Don't fight no black fighters. You already fought Sean. Follow Mount Peterson. Don't fight no more black fighters. But he said, I could have retired after my accident. God could have took your fucking legs and you would have been eating them words. You could have got knocked out in your comeback fight. You could be eating them words. He out here, oh, I did this, I did that. Cool, bro. You know, you boasting about it, but then again, one thing you won't do is fight Terence Crawford. That's what we know you won't do. But, I mean, he can do what he want to do. I ain't mad at him. But if he lose, I'll be happy. I ain't gonna, if he lose, as long as he lose, so a melanated fighter, Cuban, Puerto Rican, whoever, Dominican, I'm cool with it. I ain't gonna lie, I hope that he lose. It ain't that he just want to fight Terence Crawford. He just perpetuating that narrative that the best don't want to fight the best no more. This era got the makings to produce multi-million-dollar pay-per-views like UFC. You got tremendous fighters. Think about Jamal and Danny Jacobs would have fought when they at their best. Canelo could have fought Andrade, Jamal. He could have fought all those guys. You know what I'm saying? Think about Errol Spence would have fought. Keith Thurman would have fought him. And he fought Crawford and Tank and Ryan and Loma. Tank and Loma, Devin, and put them in the mix. You know, all these dudes would fight each other. And there ain't too many real fighters left. You got guys like all the real fighters that'll fight anybody not named Crawford. All of them is old. You talking about Errol Lara, John Pascal, Arthur better BF. He old. He ain't got them in fight, but he old. But Kovalev, you know, them dudes will fight anybody. You can't find too many ways that them dudes duck somebody. But that's a dying art in boxing, fighting anybody. Everybody want to hold on to their you know. But if the man want to move up and go fight Canelo at 68, do so. You know, he beat Canelo good. If he don't, I mean, he cashing out. You know, these dudes talking about they revolutionized boxing doing 200,000 pay-per-views. That nigga ain't do no 300,000. And I put that story out. Little do people know. Shout out to Irv. Irv told me first about what was going on, what they was gonna report, and everything lined up. Everything lined up. You know, but if you don't want to fight, you don't want to fight, and people are okay with that. You know, people are okay with if the best don't fight the best. Then again, it's time to stop talking about boxing. This might be like my last little year about talking about him. And everybody saying they should fight. Errol Spence, man, and Dallas don't want him to fight nobody. And like Yuckmouth said, he said, we ain't never had nobody down here in Dallas like this before. You know, and so be it. If his fans is okay with him not fighting the best and not gonna hold him accountable, hey, look here, man, that's a rarity in boxing. How many black fighters should Sugar Ray Leonard can get away with fighting without fighting the best and not get a hell of a lot of backlash? How many? Not too many. You know, so he making black history. Floyd couldn't even get away with it. Last person that could get away with it was the original Golden Child, and that was Sugar Ray Leonard. Everybody think Oscar De La Hoya was the original Golden Boy. No, that was Sugar Ray Leonard. Muhammad Ali didn't have the juice that Sugar Ray Leonard did. And that's just being honest. Sugar Ray Leonard he can do whatever he want to do. And you know why Sugar Ray Leonard? Only the real boxing fans gave Sugar Ray Leonard gripe. Only the real boxing fans gave Sugar Ray Leonard gripe. You know, but he was the only one to really get away with it. One thing about Oscar fight anybody. Oscar lose, Oscar still gonna turn around and do 1 million pay-per-view. Oscar win, he gonna do even more. But you know, let's move on. I'm gonna end off with this one. I heard from a really good source that Devin Haney, if Ryan Garcia get past Luke Campbell January 1st, January 2nd, whenever they fighting. If he get past Luke Campbell, that they gonna do Ryan and Devin Haney in April. That's the plan. So Ryan get past in January, then Ryan and Devin Haney gonna fight. Heard that from a really good source. So I mean that's a good fight. I'm gonna tap in for that one. I think the zone probably pushing for that, and they probably ready to cash in. And like somebody said before, I can't remember who said it, they can fight 2 or 3 times, and nobody gonna bat no eyes. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, obviously, if Ryan make an example out of Luke Campbell, everybody gonna ride with Ryan. But like I said in my earlier video about Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? He got to get rid of his coach. Straight up and down. He got to get rid of his dad in his corner. And that's an actual fact. If he get rid of his dad in his corner, he gonna be all right, you know? And just let McCullum or whoever gonna coach him, you just look at him and to be honest, he regressing. He supposed to be progressing. What is he, 23, 24, 22 years old? He supposed to be progressing. He's scared to get hit. You ever seen that video where the black man was teaching the kid karate? He was winding up and the kid was already flinching before the punch come, and he trying to teach him, you know, don't flinch for when the punch come, do this and do that. You know, it depends. You know, and Devin Haney is flinching and the punch is not even coming yet. You know, he got a wide stance. How you got a wide stance and you ain't sitting on your shots? Sometimes I see him in a wide stance. He bring that foot movement in. He'd be a better athletic fighter, but he ain't punching to do damage. He punching the score, and that's an amateur thing. He punching the score punches. He punches in the score. The difference between him and Ryan move like an amateur, but Ryan punch. He's sitting on his shots. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of amateur. That's gonna be the most premature world title fight I've ever seen. That's hella premature. But I'm not knocking it, but they just got so many flaws between them, man, that, you know, it's gonna be an interesting fight to go down. But they both got a lot of flaws, and like I said, you know, they both professional amateurs. It's just that Ryan Garcia punched like a pro, and Devin be ready to move before somebody punch. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you got that wide stance. You just posturing. You know, bring that stance in. When you got a wide stance, that's supposed to indicate power. You got that wide stance, bring that stance in, and move, and it's just punch. And he'll be able to do that amateur thing better. He'll be able to punch the score better. But, you know, he gets somebody that really can coach him to really sit down on the shots and bring that base in. He'll be a problem. But, yeah, I just the messenger. Let me know what you guys think about that. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links in the description. Twitter's a fast way than Facebook and Instagram. Want to make a donation to the channel? Appreciate that. Cash App CJ Good 313 is in the description. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. Goodfellas Sports TV. We going.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.